33 years ago, on this day, 23rd July 1989, Miyazaki was caught taking nude photographs of a young girl he managed to separate from her elder sister. His arrest would mean relief, as the man behind murders of young girls was finally behind the bar. Before we begin and learn about the brutality of his nature, let's know about his early life. Tsutomu Miyazaki was born on 21st August 1962 in Tokyo. He was born premature and a rare birth defect caused his hands joint to be fused together. After not so well academic career, Miyazaki attended a local junior college and studied to become a photography technician. He was close to his grandfather, and in May 1988 his grandfather died, thus pushing him deeper into depression. In an attempt to retain something from his grandfather, Tsutomu ate part of his grandfather's ashes. After this, few days later, he was caught by his sister while she was having bath and attacked her when she asked him to leave. He also attacked his mother when she learned about this incident. Tsutomu Miyazaki murdered and mutilated 4 girls between ages 4 and 7, and after that sexually molested their corpses. Miyazaki abducted Mari Kono and drove to an isolated dirt road. Both Mari and Miyazaki exited the Nissan car and walked down to a local hiking trail. Miyazaki put his hand around her neck. Mari Kono started to sniffle and cry and at the end died. After she died, Miyazaki undressed her and fondled and exited the forest, taking her clothes. Days after Mari Kono disappeared, her mother received an postcard that read, "There are devils about." Miyazaki had sent that postcard. On February 6, 1989, Mary's father discovered a box on his doorstep that contained ashes, dirt, baby teeth, photos of underwear, photos of sandals, fragments of bones, and a sheet of paper that read, "Mary, bones, cremated, investigate, proof." Masami Oshizawa was walking home from her class when she was abducted by Tsutomu Miyazaki. Strangling the child to death, Miyazaki raped her corpse and was less than 100 meters away from Mari Kono's body. Miyazaki forced her into his car and drove to a parking lot, where she forced her to remove her clothes in the back seat and began to take pictures of her. Miyazaki killed Namba, tied her feet and hands behind her back, and her body was discovered 3 days later. On 20th December, Namba's family received a postcard with a message made out of magazine cutouts which read, "Erika, cold, cough, throat, rest." Miyazaki convinced her to allow him to take pictures of her. He led Nomoto into his car and murdered her, covered her corpse with a bedsheet and took it to his apartment, and for next 2 days raped it and took photos and videos. When the corpse began to decompose, Miyazaki dismembered it and abandoned her torso in a cemetery and her head in a nearby hill. He kept her hands and drank blood from them. 2 weeks later, he brought back the corpse to his house, fearing that police would find Nomoto's body parts and hid them in his closet. 23rd July 1989, Miyazaki's 5th attempt. It was the day when fate had some another plans. As father of the daughter whom Miyazaki convinced to strip nude caught him, but he managed to flee on his foot. As he returned some time later at the same location to get his car, he was arrested by police responding to a call by the father. After his arrest, his 2-room bungalow was searched. Police found over 6,000 videotapes. Among them were also videos and photographs of 4 victims. His trial began on 30th March 1990 and his death warrant was signed on June 17, 2008 and was hanged the same day at the Tokyo detention house. Miyazaki's father refused to pay for his son's legal defense and died by suicide in 1994. His trial period focused on the mental state of his mind at the time of the murders. 3 teams of expert psychiatrists were appointed for him. One team concluded he was schizophrenic. The other concluded that he had multiple personality disorder. Third team found that although Miyazaki had personality disorder, he was still capable of taking responsibilities for his actions. This was the story of Otaku murderer. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next one.